Okay, here we are. We're going to be using reusing a yardstick, and I have to voice over today because there's still a lot of noise in the background. I am showing you that I cut this one down from 36 to 28 because the last one was a little bit long on the lamppost and came right down to the ground. So I would like it a little shorter. And I have already strung it so that I can tie it onto the lamppost. So that's what we're going to start with. And we're going to start with pipe cleaners. And we're using 3 pipe cleaners in each section. And I'm going to start maybe about 2 inches down. And I will put 1 pipe cleaner that goes to the left. And then I'll put 1 pipe cleaner that goes to the right. And you can go back and put glue on these if you want to. I didn't before, and that's why I was able to cut them and reuse the yardstick. And the last one will go so it stayed straight up in the middle. And that gives us 3 places at each section for decorating. Now I'm going to go down 4 or 5 inches. I think in order to make it come out right, I need to do it 5. But let's see. No, 5. So we went down to the 5-inch, and we're going to do the same thing again. One goes over to the left. And my head is right in the middle of it. One is going to come over here to the right. And one will go right in the middle. And we're going to continue this all the way down to the end of the yardstick. Okay, now we're down to the end. We have one more, and that comes again about 2 inches from the end. So it starts about 2 inches from the top and it ends about 2 inches from the end. And we're going to do our same thing, left, right, and straight up. And like I said, if you want to, you can go back after you've got these all on and turn the stick over and add a little glue to the back of them. But I don't usually have a big problem with them sliding, so I just leave it as it is. And this will be the last one for this one, and then we'll get busy with the mesh. The mesh is the same mesh that I used for the wreath, and I'll put a card up at the top for that video if you haven't seen it, because this way they will match when they're outside, and you can see both of them at the same time. So I'm going to gather the top of this mesh, but then I'm going to create a loop so it is closed and you've got your first loop. And I'm going to start with the pipe cleaners that are going up the middle. Now we'll go it's about 10 inches, I would think. And make another, gather it again together and make another little poof. Just like you were putting them on a wreath form, only this is straight down the stick. And it's again, I'm using just the ones for the middle, and we can pop it up. And you want to make sure that you keep your raw edges underneath so that you can get a nice poof. And you can measure it if you need to, or just kind of give it an eyeball. I just eyeball it, and you can see that they're pretty close to being the same. And we'll do 3 more. And there you go. And I'm using deco mesh because this is going to be outside, and I want it to be as weather resistant as possible. And I'm sure I will get more than 1 year out of this because the sun will fade it. It's got a lot of the afternoon sun. But we'll get the 1 year anyway. Now I'm doing the last one here. It's the poof. And then I'm just going to leave myself a nice, probably 8 or 9 inch tail and cut it off. And it curls around nicely. So there you go. That's all the way down the middle. Now we're going to go back and we're going to do the same thing. Gather it up. Make a poof. And this time I'm going in the ones that go to the left. There you go. Now I almost had my raw edges in the wrong way, but I was able to turn it back. So you have to be careful of that. And we're going to continue this one all the way down to the end. And as soon as we've got the last one here, we'll cut another tail. Now I'm going to even this off because when I cut it then it made it uneven at the top. So It's hard to work with when it's uneven. Here we go. One more time through, and guess where we're going to put them this time? In the other side. So you'll have 3 poofs in each section. Gets a little more difficult to find the pipe cleaners when you're into the last section. Poofs are in the way. You see how big and full that looks? I'll show you a couple more and then we'll get on to the next step. Nice. Very nice. All right. Now we've got them all the way down. I'm going to take some plain red and I cut 15-inch pieces. And I'm going to make some ruffles with those 15-inch pieces. And I'm going to the side, one side, not the middle, but the one that's going to the left. And as soon as I find both halves, and I'm sorry my head keeps getting in the way. I should have put the camera up a little higher. Now what I'm going to do is not do every one. Now I'm going to do the next ruffle and I'm going to bring it to the next one down, but the pipe cleaner that's coming off to the right. So I went to the left, now I'm going to the right. I don't want to put it in every one because I don't want to cover up that pretty striped mesh. I just want to add a little something to it. So now we're going to go back at the next set and put it in the one going to the left. Now I'm not using the middle one at all. Just left, right, left, right. And you see it's just giving enough contrast, but it is still showing all of the pretty striped mesh, which is what we want to see. I think we get, that's 4 or 5. I think we'll get 6 in here. One more. And you can see by leaving tails at the end, it almost looks like another poof because they curl in on themselves. All right, now what'll we put on next? Let's get some ribbons out and put some of those on. Now I got this cute flag ribbon, the trucks with the flags, and I have some of this mesh rope. And we're going to make, I'm going to do about 10 loops. And then I'll take 2 pieces of the ribbon and mush them together. Add the little mesh rope on the top of it. Once I cut it away. And this time I'm going just down the middle. So I have to get in and find the middle ones. And I'm doing every other one because if you do every one, they're just too close to each other. Wrap it in there good and tight. And then you can spread your ribbons out. And it makes like a little star shape. There you go. Now we'll do another one. And again, we'll find the middle. We skipped one, and then we'll do the last one. That's just enough. I think that's pretty much all we need. But I have one more thing. And I thought I was recording, but I added a few stars. These stars I got at Michael's. So I just put 3 down the middle in between the ribbons, and then I had one red one, so I stuck that up at the top. So that's basically it. And I can't put it on the lamppost to show you because they're power washing outside. So I'm just going to hang it on a hook in the hallway, and it won't be the best view, but you'll get an idea of what it looks like. So there you go. And when they are finished working outside, I will attach it to the lamppost and then take another picture of it. And I'll probably put it up on my community tab. But I have to put my wreath out also as soon as they finish with the power washing. I moved to a different location. Sorry for the wood there. You get a picture of my floor. If you look to the right, you'll see what the floor is looking like. But it gives you a little bit longer perspective of what it looks like. So that's all I have for you today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, And I will see you again Sunday. Sunday, we're going to be making a yummy, yummy summer dessert. So until then, everybody have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Play by the rules now. Love ya. Bye-bye.